Okay, this is going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be fun, yeah.
Righto, now you're Jimmy Surace, aren't you?
That's me, yeah, Jim Surace, yep.
And you're back in your old stamping ground in
Yes.
Strzelecki.
Yes, that's right, yep.
And how does it feel to be back here?
Oh, it's all right. It's good. Yep.
Well, you don't live too far away, do you?
I live there in Drawn. Yep. Oh, some of them had contact here all the time, but yeah.
Righto, now I've heard that you grew up in that wool shed of Jack Marcy's.
Well, yes, when I was a young fella, yeah, about a few months old, yes, down there for a while. And then we shifted up to the corner where the Strzelecki post office and store was. And I started school from there,
To Strzelecki.
Strzelecki School, and the teacher was Mr. Trewarn, and he used to board up with the Haywoods up the road, and sometimes he'd pick me up on his push bike and give me a ride to school.
Well, you were a lucky chap, weren't you?
Yep.
Now, I've been and I've had a look at that wool shed, and that's a fabulous little shed inside.
There was a lot of sheep, Sean. There, all this area here was owned by a fellow named Mr. Lempriere, and he was a merino sheep farmer from up New South Wales, and he came down here with the idea of breeding merino sheep, and he was told that the fine wool sheep are no good here, and he said, I don't go and see why, and he finished up, he went broke. He had hundreds of acres around here.
Did he just? I've heard something about that, and he did go broke, eh?
Yes, and he built that wool shed down there, and that's where all the sheep were shorn.
Right, well, that's a ripper shed, and that's a great beginning, I reckon.
Yes.
Back to the Strzelecki store and everything, it was like a little township. That's when the station was happening, the train.
Yeah, well, the station was just across the road. That train line never lasted long because I believe they reckon it took too much. It was all uphill from Kooya up to there. It was all uphill, and they reckon they used too much coal to come up, but didn't use much coal to go back.
Yeah, well,
downhill.
Yeah, that's like the Rolls Canardley cars.
Yeah.
Now, you farmed around here, didn't you?
Yeah, well, our farm was just round the road a bit. It was next to the school, and we finished up. We had to run across the paddock to school.
Yeah, well, you were right next to it.
Right
and
next to school, yep.
Did you ever get chased by a bull or anything like that?
Oh, we were chased by a number of things from time to time.
Probably women too, but...
Yeah. That house we were in come from down to Pyram. It used to be the old Pyram store. And a fella by the name of Mr. Pollard, he put that house up.
Harry Pollard.
No, I think his name was Arthur Pollard's father. It was. I think his name was Bert Pollard, I think it was.
Okay, now that house was moved by a truck, you reckon, but yeah. you worked with the Ross brothers in their bullock teams, didn't you?
Oh, no, that were these two here. I left the area quite some time ago, and I worked at the SEC for 3 years. And then I decided I could do better, but anyway, things didn't work out that way, and I finished up. I was down at the Draw and Butter Factory, and I was there for 27 years.
Wow, okay, so you reckon farming wasn't for you?
No, it didn't turn out that way, no.
Now, you've picked a few peas in your time, I'm sure.
Yes, we have. One of the worst jobs that God ever invented.
I was just going to say, did you like picking peas?
No. I like eating them, but not picking them, no. And then Mum would say, bring a tin full of peas home to eat, because a big mob of us, there was 8 of us devils. And then when you brought the darn stuff home, you had to help us shell them. So, yes.
And you grew your own peas? Your dad grew the peas?
Oh, we grew peas there for quite a few years, yeah. Ploughed all the paddocks up, yeah. The horse, and in the old days, the horse days.
And now, these days, you go out and you start a tractor. It doesn't take long. How long does it take to start a draft horse?
It takes a while. You got to go and catch him and bring him in. But, that was the thing that was done. And there's horses everywhere. And there was ponies to ride. Now there's motorbikes to ride round. Tractors to do the job, yeah. things have changed a lot.
They have. And do you still like eating peas?
I eat them. The way I pick them now, I go and get them out of the freezer in a freezer bag and bring them home, put them in the fridge. Yeah, that's the best way to pick peas. You're sitting there in the blazing hot sun, no shade, for hours on end. Some people could pick a bag an hour. They'd pick 8 hours to pick 8 bags. But it would take me 2 days to do that. No, that was a terrible job. But some people were good at it. It's like a lot of things.
Women were good?
Yes, Mum could pick 8 bags a day. Yeah, no problem. A lot of women were good at picking peas. Yeah.
And when you were a little kiddie, you would have been down the pea paddock?
Yeah, we'd be sitting in the paddock there eating peas, yeah.
Now, your mum and dad actually met and married out here, didn't they?
Well, yes, that's right. Dad came here, well, it was a bit of a question. I think he'd been 19 or 20 when he came here. And I believe his first night in Warrigal, he slept under the load and race in the Warrigal sale yards. And I'm not too sure what happened after that. And Mum was up at a place called Childers. And they married, yeah. And I married at a young age. I think she was 19 or something when I was born, 18 or 19, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Now, where did your dad come from? Calabria or Sicily is where most...
Down Calabria, yeah, that's right. From down that end there. And he had a younger brother come. He had 3 brothers came out here. One of them was a builder in Dandenong. He finished up JP. He was Lord Mayor of Dandenong there for quite some time. He passed away at, I think he was 90. He was a big builder down there.
Well, 90, that's all that good Mediterranean tucker.
It must be the spaghetti and meatballs, I think. Yeah.
But always fresh veggies, because the normal old average Aussie was a chop and 3 veg person.
Yeah, yeah.
And they had a pretty shocking diet, I reckon, until the Italians introduced all this lovely tucker.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Well, and it goes right back to the early explorers. Gippsland and that mob, they had a shocking diet. They ate their own shoes, didn't they?
Yeah. But, well, look, we never went hungry, put it that way. We never went hungry. We might have had the same thing nearly every night, but a big bowl of spaghetti and peas and beans, or one thing and another, plenty of meatballs, plenty of cheese, plenty of bread, plenty of olives, but we never went hungry.
No, and was it a good, fun social time around in those days, or was it just work?
Oh, no, mostly work every day of the week. You had a few hours off on a Sunday. You were lucky on a Sunday. And you're in the winter time, if it was a wet day, well, you might have had a couple of hours inside out of the rain in the cold.
Well, you would have been out there cutting ferns and all that too?
Oh, yeah. We all did our apprenticeship at that, chasing rabbits. Yeah.
Yep.
No, we had a lot of fun chasing rabbits. We had rabbit dogs. We used to set traps, ferrets, bite your hands off.
Yeah, I remember them.
And then Stan Logan used to have the cool store at the Ruby. He used to go around and pick up the rabbits.
Yep, I remember that.
1 and 6 a pair. I think we finished up 2 and 6 a pair, 25 cents a pair for the rabbits, yes.
Well, that's good. And then on, you would have had another break on a Sunday, which is walk up to the Strzelecki Church, the Catholic church up near Johnson's.
Oh, we never wore our shoes out very much going up there. It's just if somebody got married or somebody passed away. But other than that, there was very few trips made up there.
Well, that sounds fair. Sounds fair and reasonable. All right. Well, this is a lovely sort of Strzelecki spring day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. A typical Strezzy day. Yeah, cold. Yeah, Yes, you need your long johns on there.
Right, well, thanks for having a bit of a chat, Jimmy.
Right, thank you.